Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're skipping the usual intro stuff and jumping straight into a really powerful, honestly emotional narrative. We are talking about overcoming massive adversity, facing down people who mock you, and the absolutely undeniable power of quiet, heads down resilience. To set the stage, there's a deeply moving story that perfectly captures what we're looking at today. It goes like this.
एक गरीब लड़का रोजाना स्कूल पैदल जाता था क्योंकि उसके पास किराया भी नहीं होता था। लोग उसका मजाक उड़ाते और कहते तुम जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन उसने एक बात कभी नहीं छोड़ी, मेहनत। साल गुजरते गए, वो दिन रात पढ़ता रहा। एक दिन वही लड़का एक कामयाब ऑफिसर बन गया। जब वो अपने पुराने स्कूल गया तो वही लोग उसके लिए तालियां बजा रहे थे।
The core lesson here? याद रखें, लोग आपकी शुरुआत पर हंसते हैं, लेकिन आपकी कामयाबी पर खामोश हो जाते हैं. People will always laugh at your beginnings, but your ultimate success, that will force them into total silence. Section 1. The Mocked Schoolboy. The Loud and the Silent. Okay, let's dive into this by looking at two totally different paths in life. Take a guy like Hamza. He's the son of a really successful businessman, grew up surrounded by luxury, sports cars, the whole shebang. But unfortunately, it's made him pretty arrogant, and he's loud about it, constantly mocking anyone who doesn't have money. Then on the other side, we have Omar. Omar is incredibly intelligent, but he's poor, the son of a simple day laborer. And when Omar shows up at school, Hamza and his crew ruthlessly make him the target of their loud, constant mockery. But here is where it gets interesting. Omar didn't fight back with angry words. He didn't try to prove himself in the hallways or get into shouting matches. Instead, he stayed completely silent, and he just went to work. When the exam results finally came out, Omar silently topped the entire school. He let his academic success be the deafening noise that literally shattered the mockery and silenced those bullies for good. Moving on to Section 2, Dealing with the Noise. The strategy of silence. So how do you actually handle it when people are doubting you or making fun of you? Well, first, you have to understand that their mockery usually stems from their own insecurities, not your actual worth. Second, you've got to choose your battles wisely. Honestly, just don't engage. It's a waste of energy. Third, maintain an unshakable confidence in the path you're on. And finally, channel all of that frustration into unseen self-improvement behind closed doors. Which brings us directly to a famous mantra you've probably heard echoing around out there. Work hard in silence, let success make the noise. It's almost a cliche at this point, but it perfectly encapsulates the quiet dedication, the strict discipline, and that sheer unbelievable focus that absolutely has to happen before any great achievement. Section 3. The Science of Grit. Why Passion Beats Privilege. Now, you might be wondering, is there actual science backing this up? Absolutely. Psychologist Angela Duckworth defines a concept she calls grit. She describes grit as having perseverance and passion for long-term goals. Basically, it means approaching your goals like a marathon that requires deep stamina, not a quick sprint. True success is really just about maintaining your effort through the failures, through the crazy adversity, and maybe most importantly, through those incredibly boring plateaus where absolutely nobody is clapping for you. And this brilliantly illustrates why grit matters so much. A high IQ or natural talent? Sure, that's a great start. But researchers found that people relying solely on raw talent are highly prone to just quitting the second they get bored or seriously challenged. True grit is the sustained, focused application of effort over years. And it turns out, this gritty resilience is a vastly better predictor of your ultimate success than natural genius or graduating from some fancy Ivy League school. Let's look at Section 4, Real Rags to Riches, the ultimate proof. Okay, I want you to think about the number 10. Did you know that a 10 is the absolute highest possible score on the Forbes magazine metric for a self-made billionaire? And this score, it is reserved exclusively for individuals who worked in total silence to overcome extreme poverty and massive obstacles to build their empires. They didn't inherit a dime, they forged it themselves. Let's walk through a real-world, modern example from India's notoriously difficult civil services exams. Take M. Sivaguru Prabhakaran. In 2004, the guy actually quit his engineering studies just so he could support his family. By 2008, he was working as a sawmill operator, literally sleeping on railway platforms just to get free tutoring. But he kept grinding in silence. Fast forward to 2014, and he tops his entire MTech program at IIT Madras. And then, in 2017, came the ultimate payoff. He cracked the exams to become a highly prestigious IAS officer. Then there's the staggering number 21, just 21 years old. That is the age when Ansar Sheikh became India's youngest IAS officer. Think about this. His dad drove an auto rickshaw. His younger brother actually dropped out of school to work in a garage just to support Ansar's dream. So Ansar put his head down and studied 12 hours a day for 3 years straight. He didn't broadcast it to the world. He just did the work.
And these unseen sacrifices, they're the common thread in all these stories. You have Govind Jaiswal, who literally studied under streetlights because his family's single room didn't have power. Hassan Safin's mother rolled up to 100 kilograms of rotis every single day to fund his education. Jayant, who is visually impaired, succeeded through just immense raw willpower. And Avanish Sharan, he failed his state exams 10 separate times before finally breaking through. Silent hard work is the ultimate equalizer, no matter where you start.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5. Let success make noise. Your turn. So, what's the big takeaway for you here? Well, here is your blueprint. Step 1. Protect your goals in silence. You really don't need to broadcast your every move. Step 2. Practice relentless grit. And just completely ignore the mockery or the doubters. Let them talk. And step 3. Reemerge as an undeniable success story. Because remember, true progress, real growth, that happens completely away from external opinions, expectations, and all that unnecessary noise. Which leaves us with one final provocative question for you to ponder today. What noise will your success make? It's time to get to work, stay focused, and let your results speak volumes for you. And अगर ये कहानी पसंद आई तो लाइक करें, शेयर करें और मज़ीद ऐसी कहानियों के लिए सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें. Catch you all on the next one.